Here's a dilemma that we all face from time to time. You're on the road at an event. You want to record a podcast, because we all want to record a podcast, but you don't want to carry around a lot of complicated podcast gear. Is there a way to do it? I do believe there's a great way to record podcasts on the road with a minimal investment, and I'm going to show you that here today on Dottotech. Steve Dotto here. How the heck you doing this fine day? I want to spend some time talking about recording podcasts. I've invested heavily in the last several months in our new podcast, which I primarily record in my home studio. But I come to events like Social Media Camp that I'm speaking at here today, and there are all these great speakers, and I'd love to get them on my podcast and record them, but I don't necessarily want to carry around a lot of gear. So I want to be able to have minimum gear, but good quality podcast recording. Can we do it on the road? I think we can, and I purchased a kit from Rode that really facilitates it nicely. Let me show you what's involved in the kit. Now, the kit includes two of these. This is the Rode Smart Lav, which is Rode's smartphone microphone, and that kind of gives away the story here today, because I'm going to record these podcasts using my smartphone as an audio recording device as opposed to a field recorder of some sort. So I'm going to use my smartphone, and there's a variety of different apps that you can run on your smartphone. But here's the challenge. Your smartphone only has one audio jack, doesn't it? And in the case of the iPhone, it doesn't even have a regular audio jack. It's got the Lightning port. So this is where the Rode kit comes in, because we've got this extension dongle that Rode provides us that gives us two audio inputs and splits the audio for us, as well as a headphone jack to audit the audio as you're going along. Now, this plugs into the Lightning port on your iPhone, and it then splits the audio and allows us to have two of the Rode Smart Lavs, which is included in the kit. You can also buy these mics as individual mics, but two mics in the kit that you can plug in together, and so you can do your interview. Now, let's talk about limitations, and obviously the quality of these mics is good. It's not exceptional, but it's good, and I'll let you hear the quality that we get out of it in just a moment. But the other biggest limitation that I actually found is just a physical one, that the cables are kind of short. So if you're sitting close together, as I am in the sample interview that I'm going to show you here that I did with Sam Fiorilla in just a few moments, it's fine. It was fine for us to sit close together. But if you're going to sit farther apart, you're going to want one of these, which is an extension cable that you can purchase from Rode. Oh, by the way, we'll have links to all of these products in the description below, so you can make sure you get the exact product that you need for your smartphone. But here is the rest of the process. So you plug all of these in, and then you run one of several different field recording apps or audio recording apps on your smartphone. Now, Rode has a really nice app called the Rode Reporter, which does a great job of recording your audio, and then you can export that audio into your audio editing tool of choice in order to produce your podcast. Now, I don't use this particular app, although it's good, but that's because I'm using this really fancy app called the Hindenburg Field Recorder, which works with Hindenburg Journalist Pro, which is the audio editing tool that I'm choosing to use currently to record my podcast. Now, we'll do a video on Hindenburg in an upcoming episode of Dottotech. You're going to want to take a look at it. It's an amazing audio tool. But let me show you how it all came together. So Sam Fiorilla is a great speaker that I happen to know from years ago. He's speaking here at this event, so I thought, great, Sam, let's do one of our episodes of Gray Matters. We sat down in the speaker's room, a noisy space, and we recorded a podcast interview. So here's what it looked like as we're recording, and let me play back how the podcast ultimately was edited and output.
And the very first one that I got, they were looking for a vice president of digital strategies. And I figured, okay, well, I've just spent 10 years building digital. I was one of the first players in Canada to start building e-commerce websites. And
now, that's not as good a quality as you're going to get if you sit down in a proper recording studio, or even that I could record in my home studio, but it's very functional and it's good enough for what we want as far as our podcast goes. I don't mind the extra energy of a little bit of background noise and the busyness. I think it adds energy. The content is what's most important. So this configuration from Rode allows me to, at the drop of a hat, when I'm on the road, to record a podcast with some of the brilliant speakers that I happen to see at these events as I visit them. It's an opportunity I don't want to miss, and I never have to miss it again. The investment, minimal. The convenience, exceptional. The quality, good. I think it kind of checks off all of the boxes that I need for my portable podcast setup. I hope you found today's video to be useful. Remember to give us a thumbs up if you've liked the video. If you're not yet subscribed to the Dotto Tech channel, make sure you subscribe and check that notification bell so that you receive updates when we upload new videos. Till next time, I'm Steve Dotto. Have fun storming the castle.